Casey Anthony is facing formal charges now related to check fraud. In all, there are 10 charges, all of them related to forged checks. News 13's Kelly Cook is joining us with more on whether these charges are related to the disappearance of the little girl.
No, none of these charges have anything to do with the disappearance of Kaylee Marie Anthony. Casey has now been charged for grand theft, fraudulent use of personal ID, forgery of a check, and uttering a forged check. But Jose Baez, her attorney, says they're prepared for anything. We're approaching the 60-day mark since Kaylee Anthony was officially reported missing. And still, there are no new real leads as to where the 3-year-old is or who may be responsible for her disappearance. Thursday, Casey Anthony was formally charged by the state attorney's office with 10 charges related to stolen checks from a friend. It's still unclear when Casey will go to trial, but because of all publicity this case has generated, there is still some speculation that there may be a change of venue. FAMU law professor Kenneth Nunn says courts prefer not to take that step.
Because of the expense, because of the delay, because of some of these other issues, we find that courts usually are reluctant to do anything more than perhaps ask more searching questions of jurors who stand, for jury selection in cases of this nature.
As usual, Casey continued her typical routine, meeting with her attorney, Jose Baez, at his Kissimmee office for about 5 hours. Some say the marathon meetings are to ward off any tension at the Anthony home, but it's more likely he's preparing for the new upcoming trial and any future charges that could be coming his client's way.
You're relying upon your client to be able to tell you what happened. And even if your client wasn't there at the time at the scene of the crime, your client needs to tell you where they were, who they saw, what was going on.
Orange County Sheriff investigators tell News 13 that the charges filed today do not affect the search for Kaylee. As usual, they are still waiting for the 22-year-old mother to open up with any new information she may have. Now, sheriff investigators do tell us they do have a video surveillance tape of Casey committing these crimes. However, they're not quite sure if it will be released to the public because they say it might be used to help to create a timeline to see when was the last time Kaylee was ever seen. On scene in Kissimmee, Kelly Cook, News 13.